Oh, that's wonderful. You see, as a student, there are three elements which I hear make up our balance, which is study, school, your social life, and then your sleep schedule. And so I heard that we can't achieve everything on this triangle. And instead, all we have to do is to choose a side to lean on. So, if you have a good sleep schedule and a good social life, then you're saying bye bye to your grades. And then, if you have a good social life and a good study routine, then you may not sleep at all. But if you have a good study routine and a good sleep schedule, then your social life, may be absent. So, how many of us spend 8 hours sleeping here? Oh, I see some few hands. That's good. That's good. So, how many of us spend 8 hours studying here? Oh, okay. No hand. There's no scholar in there. Oh, I see a scholar over there. And then, how many of you here spend 8 hours on TikTok or on Instagram or on Twitter? I know we are plenty. We are plenty. Oh, no hand. Everybody's denying that. Oh, okay. We say that. You see, there was a time where I had all these three things under control. From my secondary school days down to my first year in the university. It felt like I was the avatar and I could handle all these elements. Nothing could stop me. I was on top of the world. Then suddenly, I got into my second year and I went to the College of Health Sciences. And then I wanted to improve myself. I wanted to find out who I really was. I started taking up roles. I started making YouTube videos. And then it felt like everything was out of scale. And this avatar didn't just want to vanish, he wanted to run. And that's how it feels for many of us who are finding ourselves and finding our purpose and trying to do things outside of school. But what if I tell you that you can do all this? I can't go ahead to talk to you about balance without talking to you about time. I said 8 hours, which is 24 hours, which we all have. So I want to give us, okay, I don't think I have a lot of time for that. But if I was to tell you to go around and write everything down, which you would like to do to have a balanced day, you would write a plethora of things like I did in the next slide. Wake up, have my bath, pray, go to go to class, um, study after class, study before class, and all that. Yeah, you'll be a productivity machine when you have all this. But this is just what I want to do. But in reality, here's what happens. You will notice a bit of reds written all over on the slides where I skip so many things. And then, at the end of the day, I have to start trying to make my schedule back into place. And one funny thing about this is that I can still tell you that to me, both what I want and my reality is still balanced. And why would I say this? This is simply because of an essential life acronym which I've used to guide my day every single time. And that acronym is SPEMS. What does the S stand for? Spirituality. And that is what many speakers have come here to tell you, finding your higher purpose and what you want to do. And now the P is your physical life. For you to go towards your higher purpose, for you to achieve your dreams, for you to connect with what you're meant to do, you have to be healthy enough to move your body to get what you want. Can you run after your dream, or would you take a few steps and then become breathless? The next thing is E, emotional. So the emotional aspect of your life is very important because we all here are emotional beings. And to interact with each other, we need to know how to control ourselves. We need to know what we need to say at the right moment and at the right time in order to pass a message, not to get someone on the wrong side or not to get on the wrong side of someone. The next thing I'm talking about is M, which is money, which I'm sure you've all heard about, and then your mental side. So money is very essential to balancing ourselves as students. Are you creating a budget for yourself? Or are you spending like Bolaji when you are bouncing? For your mental side, are you inquisitive enough to stay with your studies and ask questions that will help you that will help you and also get answers to those questions? And are you also looking to do things which will help you get better skills and also things outside of your study? And the last thing I'm going to talk to you about is social, which is the last S. How well are you interacting with the people around you? How well are you getting your friends together and telling them you want to do something extraordinary? How well are you gathering the social network you have in order to create social impact where you are? This is very important. But before I go on, there are 7 things I need you to note. The first is that you need to take all these things down and pick one single thing which you want to concentrate on for the spiritual aspect, physical aspect, emotional aspect, mental and money aspect, and your social aspect. One thing. When you do this, you can easily arrange your day in 7 minutes. I believe that's like the perfect time to do that. And it gets easy for you to cut out the fluff, to schedule things out, and then say no to those things which do not serve you or which are not in line with your purpose or to your higher calling. And with that, there would always be the time factor which will come into place. And so what doesn't get scheduled never gets done. And for this reason, what you have to do is to set massive deadlines and also apply consequences to yourself if you don't meet those deadlines. And someone might say, but how will I do that? Well, get someone who you know is either ahead of you or who is strict enough or who wants to benefit from you to make those consequences come to pass if you don't meet your deadline. And the most important aspect, which I'm going to talk to you about balance, is that balance is variable. The balance to me might not be balanced to my friend here. And so we need to know that different seasons require different clothing. When it's cold, we put on our jackets. Or when it's hot, like the Wilson, we try to find shade. And so you should know what stage you are in, what season you are in, so that you can adequately know whether you should put on more jackets, take up more tasks, or lean back and hide under the shade. I believe this is an idea worth sharing, and I know that saying all this will help you have an edge over anyone who is not present here. Thank you.